intro to the intro. Mindscreed.
Remember. Seems like ages.
What did we talk about last time? Because I don't actually remember much.
Okay.
No, I think some of it was like how to cope while being under lockdown, like healthy habits to adopt during lockdown. I think I remember we were talking about how like mental health has started to go up now for a lot of people.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was bad before, but now because they're stuck inside under these like restrictions, it's even worse. Like it's becoming even worse, and like among young people as well, man.
Yeah, of course, young, old, medium, it doesn't matter. I think majority worse off are the ones who are more alone on their own, and the ones that have had that throughout their life, and then to try have that put on them again. That's that's a ticking bomb sort of thing. That's not good for people's psychology.
I mean, it would be easier if they kept like some leisure centers open, maybe, so that there's still like that community feeling. You know what I mean? Like even gyms, man. I'm sad that they closed gyms, man. Because now it's become harder for me to like do home workouts. Like it's easier if you have a gym, and then because like you think about it less. Like there's less thinking to do. Just put on your shoes and go. But like working out,
it's almost like a ritual.
Yeah. Like,
Gymming.
and then like when you break that ritual, like it disrupts your routine.
For some people, like it's harder to get to the gym, innit? So it's like, okay, at 9 o'clock I'm gonna go gym, or at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. At this certain time I'm gonna go gym. So, but some people can go out, boom, yeah, going out, quit, yeah. Don't look at me, yeah, going gym, yeah, fair play, good, wicked, brilliant. But people couldn't do that because it takes a lot for some, but some, it's almost like you've got to psych yourself up just to go gym. Yeah, but it's a lot of bollocks. It's a lot of bollocks. That whole situation thing.
Yeah, because
like,
people are saying like now we are under like totalitarian rule.
It's almost been like that, isn't it?
I mean, it feels like it, but it's almost like it's like what's the word? It's
institutionalized self-isolation.
Well, yeah, that as well, but it's also like it's just the loss of freedom as well.
Loss of what?
Freedom.
Yeah,
like you're not free.
Anyway. Try taking the loss of freedom from someone who hasn't felt like they've had the loss of freedom in their head mentally since time.
Yeah.
Every man thinks his burden is the heaviest. Yeah, I know that. But try doing that. See what that's going to create. Maybe people know what that's going to create.
They know it, but they...
Maybe they don't know it. I don't know. Maybe they know it or they don't. But it seems like some stupidness. As if it's almost like that rat experiment we spoke about in the podcast a long time ago. The rat Utopian experiment.
Yeah.
But with humans.
Bro. Like
craziness.
Let's see how their psychology changes, how they behave under these conditions. It's like, well, okay.
And it's almost like, if we do this, it will make this and this happen, or this and this happen. Yeah, okay. Just okay, cheers to that. Yeah, nice one. Doing well.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows what's going on? Someone's definitely in charge there, doing their thing.
Maybe. Some people say, it's the elite. It's this big conspiracy, curly, mustached, blah, blah, blah. And some people say it's the natural occurrence of humankind, mankind, psychological warfares, and all these sorts of things. Only the strongest will survive, and yada yada yada, or only the smartest.
All right, that's that hierarchy talk, innit? About
Yeah, I think that was a better word than hierarchy, though. I can't think of it so far, but when I did listen to Jordan Peterson, spent bro, it was £100 for a ticket. And I only had £100, but I started for like the 2 weeks or something. But I didn't care. I needed to like see his presence and just listen to him.
Yeah,
when I was listening to him, he changed it.
Yeah,
it was crazy, man.
Yeah, I wish I went as well, man.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah,
it would have been something else. Obviously, I went alone.
so
Go alone, it was like a lot for life.
Yeah. What's wrong with like going at something alone? I don't know why people always
exactly
like people have this weird view about it. Like, oh yes, if you're alone, then you know
must be weird or
blah
blah blah
blah
blah.
Something wrong with you or something about you. Because otherwise you'd have someone like you don't always have to be with someone to enjoy something. You know what I mean? You can just go for a walk alone. That's fine. Like. I mean, we are social creatures, but I think you need to be able to be, you know, just by yourself with your own thoughts, you know, without having other people around. Not saying you should.
Yeah, don't everyone.
Yeah.
Doesn't everyone though? Not just families who are alone on themselves with their families around and their phones and that. I mean, what about like self isolation in families with the families that are on lockdown? About that? That's not happening. I don't believe it is.
Yeah.
It's not a real aloneness. It's hard to explain.
It's like I don't really remember the last time I felt like really alone because like naturally I'm more introverted, so I look forward to being like in my own space by myself, just doing something else, you know. But yo, that must be hard though. That must be difficult. Like feeling alone while surrounded by people. That's worse than feeling alone when no one's around. It's like
that sounds like some Robin Williams shit. Okay, yeah. I'm introverted also. We both always being on obviously part of setting up Mindscreed was helping me. I don't know about yourself. Try to become a little bit more extroverted and less so-called weird and people surroundings and all that sort of stuff. But going back to it, what I'm trying to do, well, I'm not actually trying to do, it's actually bloody happening. It's part half and half, I don't know, it's difficult. Imagine, okay, so you're the introvert as well as myself who don't be alone in their own company. But there must be periods where you have felt alone in your own company. And if not, for me to work on trying to understand more of the human brain or whatever, I try to imagine and embody me being alone in my own company by sacrificing things such as drawing. I love drawing. You've known me for how long? How long have I loved art?
Forever, bro.
And other things and stuff like that. So that I think that's part of it. If that like a tool to help people who don't feel alone in their own company, if they wish just to feel alone in their own company. It's not like oh man.
Wait, so are you trying to say like if someone doesn't feel alone in their own company, like a way for them to see what it feels like to be alone would be to take away something that you like to do like by yourself, and then without that there's a void, and then you just have to do it yourself in it.
Maybe Yeah, that's part of it as
taking away
well.
like a
That's
source
part
of
of
like
it.
your energy.
But
Like
energy
when you go,
vampires.
that kind of like energizes you in it. Like you're kind of waking, the paper, pen, and then you're getting something from there, and then that's causing you to be creative and all that. So if you like take away that thing that feeds your soul, almost like then maybe you feel lonely.
It doesn't have to be a material thing as well,
Mm.
a physical thing. It could be something as in like a psychological thing, as in exploring the minds and the psychology of different humans that have been on this planet to try and get a better understanding of it all. So yeah, it's just bloody Jordan Peterson stuff. But in my own words, little parts of it anyway.
All right.
I remember him saying to try imagine a low resolution form of you.
All
And he
right.
was going on to like Auschwitz and Nazis and stuff like that. And so on and so on and so on and so on.
Mm.
So I think to try to get a better understanding of, say, like fascism, for instance, or these sorts of ideologies or whatever.
Mm.
Maybe one practice could be thinking about the lifestyles then so-called victors and victims would have living by that like that. Well, it's a difficult one, man.
Yeah, it's
I
difficult as
need
well
a
because
bloody.
like what do you mean by victim and victimizers as well? Like you kind of have to define those as well. Like to give a proper
Well,
example, you know what I mean?
bruh, who do you think's the victims and the victor things there in that situation with world wars and stuff?
Obviously, civilians are the victims, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Victims. But during the war, like you mean like
Out of the Nazis and the Jews
all right,
when they was putting them in the gas chambers and stuff.
So then, of course, the Jews were the victims, and then the Nazis were the victimizers.
Yeah. So
right.
okay, and then like if I talk to someone, because it's difficult to talk to some people about this sort of crap without them trying to start some shit and chat crap. So then imagine so-called victors, the Nazis, like being one of them and not actually acting out as one of them, bro. It's not that, don't hold that deep, bloody hell. Imagine someone listening being like, okay, let's start doing some shit.
All of that. Like, no, calm down.
Nazi swastika. There's different swastikas, one of the most ancient emblems known to mankind.
What is it? The reverse there, innit? The Nazis reversed their swastika.
Yeah. No, I think they put it diagonally.
Yeah.
If it's on if it's a red flag, whatever, I can't be asked for that shit. No bollocks.
Right. So when you try to talk to people about this,
so that's one, and then so try to imagine that to give them a better understanding of these ideologies, as well as like the Jewish one. Obviously, so it's not extreme. I don't want people to be too extreme with like, if anyone was to like practice to try, this just like a little game. I try to play myself sometimes. I'm trying to fall too deep into shit.
Right.
But with the Jews one, some of them had to like, I'll be really quiet. Starve to a certain point. Not use too much electric. Like just pretending that it's actually a war right now, like here. I wouldn't suggest doing it if you already have. I don't like saying mental illnesses because it makes it. I hate the stereotype of beyond that shit. So I don't like talking about it because I don't think like most people give a fuck, or they just be like, "Oh, it's just faking," blah blah blah. So I just don't talk about it.
Right.
But I'd love people to talk about it more. See how hypocritical. I don't talk about it, but I want to talk about it.
I
was
mean,
gonna say. Okay.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, there's definitely, like, if people can't do that, if they can't put themselves in someone else's shoes, using the method that you were describing, like,
If they can't, or
the
if
easier
they
way to
can't
do
do
it,
it, like,
yeah, the easier way to do it is to, like, just read books, you know,
what if they can't read?
audio books. If you can't do that, then I guess just try to imagine from the things you've heard about people like Gandhi. You've heard that he was non-violent, so you can practice non-violence through that, through not, I guess, not being violent. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that was like, if no one can actually like manage to put themselves like mentally there, like going off something like a book can like help like make it concrete. Like that's the easiest way I've found it, like to put myself into other people's shoes, like just reading the books they write. Because like people will write and then they'll put all their thoughts on the pages and their feelings and what that made them feel like, what they did, why they did it, and they explain all this. Maybe not in as much what's it, authenticity. Like it would be different if they were talking to you and they were describing the things themselves rather than you just reading it. But does that make sense? Yeah.
Slightly, yeah. Of course, because I was already offering my own webs of attachment to different things you just said, and trying my best to like think of that back in the back of my head while still actually be consciously listening to you.
What are those webs then? Where did they lead?
What did you say, sorry?
Where did one of those webs lead to?
Oh bloody! I want me to remember that. You'd have to say the sentence again then. And then it makes it sound like I wasn't even listening first time.
Yeah, no. It's like I'm even listening.
And I'm not gonna like interrupt you because you're talking, innit?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not. I'm gonna be like because then it's dead.
Then it's actually not.
Especially this online shit. Online's dead.
Yeah. But yo, we don't have a choice online. Like now we have to talk online, innit?
Do we?
I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to break lockdown rules, you rebels out there, you can do what you want to do, innit? And the fines are mad, man. Like £10,000 if you go to another household.
Yeah, they can go suck a hairy toe. That's a load of bollocks, man. £10,000 to go to another household.
It's just another scheme for them to pump money back into the economy, innit?
There are better ways. There are better ways, easier ways. There must be. Come on.
Yeah. Like
don't be stupid. Obviously, there's a level in it. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, just be rebellious, go out, party there, go there, all that.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. People are either going to be doing stuff like that. Yeah, no. One sec, let me turn this radio down. Yeah, the noise annoys me, man.
No.
It goes like, annoying. I don't know. It can be seen as like an opportunity, either to some people to carry on doing what they've always been doing and more and worse and less and whatever, or for people to try really find solitude whilst they're around others as well as their actual families.
Yeah.
Do it with the phone or off the phone, to meditate, to come up with ideas, write them on a whiteboard or blackboard or yellow board or whatever board you want. And then eventually, after filling up a few pages, calming down a little bit again, and trying to relax a bit more and slowly, like, whatever it is. For my instance, yeah, it's going to be, yeah, oh, it can be drawn off to like many other things as well. I could try create from it, or we could try create, but obviously the majority of the ammo on the whiteboards and whatnot is going to be for like Mindscreed and the direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to find that balance now to relax and stuff. How has it been going for you?
Oh, well, how have I been relaxing? Like, I don't know. I've been meditating. I've been trying to at least keep it, like, do it once a day, either in the morning or before I go to sleep. Um, that's definitely been helping me cope with, like, being in lockdown. But I'm still like going to work because I'm a key worker, so I don't feel as as locked in as others may be. Like, especially if you have to work from home as well. That's like, what, you can only go to, what, you can go to your back garden and then get some fresh air and then back inside or whatnot. It's So for me, I've been okay with it, or not okay. I've been coping. I've been coping, like, compared to how others are feeling. Because, like, I was talking to someone before as well. I'm not gonna say who they are, but yeah, they were because, like, they work at home. They're like, I just feel so, restricted. Like, you can't go out, you can't go to the pub, you can't do this, you can't go, meet people outside. So I don't know. For me, I've been coping more. I mean, aside from being sick like last month, I've been okay. I've been good. You know, just trying to get back into, like, creating a routine. A routine that I can, like, just get used to as well. Like, right now, I definitely don't have a routine. Like, it's been disrupted by me getting ill, or like, when I was self isolating, like, I had no motivation to do anything. But it was only after I became better that was when I started, like, feeling much more like myself. Even now, like, I'm starting to feel more like myself now than before, which is good. So now I've got more energy as well. I'm eating more, for sure. So I don't know, like, I've been good. I've been coping. Like, I don't have much to complain about, really. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. Apart
that's
from, like,
good, isn't it?
I am starting to realize, though, like, I'm not putting as much, like, attention or time into, like, talking with other people. Like, like, talking with my friends. Like, I'm not talking as much as I wish I should. Not I should. As I wish I was. Yeah. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like,
How come?
I don't know. I feel it's a lot to track. I'm not trying to say, like, oh yeah, I've got too many friends to keep track of. But it's just, I don't know. I just stopped for some reason. But now I'm starting to get back onto it, though. Now. Or maybe I just got used to my own company.
Mm.
Yeah, like, that's one of the dangers I fall into sometimes. So, like, I won't talk to anyone for, like, a couple of days, and then
Mm.
I'll
Do you
realize.
think that? Do you find with that people go off with you? Like, I think they've done something wrong or something, or that you've got a problem with them because of that.
Some of them do. Some of them do. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's because they, like, again, we have, like, it's probably simplistic to say it this way, but they're more of the people who want to, like, go out and, like, talk as much as possible. You know what I mean? They're more like the more extroverted types. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah, I prefer.
it's different behaviors. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no. offense to them, of course, but I just prefer talking when I've actually got something to talk about or to say. When I feel like, or when I think like, or catering towards snowflake.
Sorry, the internet was a bit unstable.
Excuse me.
And excuse you are. Anyways, you were saying like when you feel like something, and then like you froze, the screen froze.
You know like how I was brought up as well. When I would like to say excuse me, that's us excusing ourselves. That's not asking someone to excuse us.
It's weird.
Oh,
You'd be like, excuse me. I'm excused. Thank you. Like what?
Excuse myself.
What? You know what? That's like
that's funny.
That's like sneezing and then blessing yourself. You
No, it's different. That's different. Come on.
It's the same thing.
No, not at all. Completely different.
Oh, excuse me is rhetorical.
If it's a burp or a fart.
What?
No, yeah.
It's rhetorical as in it doesn't need a response, basically.
If it's a burp or a fart, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And the crowd goes wild.
Right. Yeah. Course, man. Ooh, yeah. We spoke about that guy that you recommended on YouTube. M something black guy does like comedy skits.
Does what?
He does like short comedy videos. He's a funny guy. He I think he did a recent one. I don't know if you know about two rappers, Heady One and Tion, when were beefing and they were on the same plane basically, and they started beef. It's on the internet. It's trending or some shit. But anyways, he made a comedy skit of that, and he's hilarious, man. Like he does it himself as well, isn't it?
You made a comment skit of what?
Of something that happened, like two rappers had like a beef moment on a plane. What's his name? Yeah, I'm sure you're the one who sent me the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I don't remember.
Anyways, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. I think he starts with an
yeah,
M.
Yeah, bruh, I can't even remember the name.
Yeah.
Can you remember the name?
All I know is that it starts with an M. M.
Yeah, he's got some good comedy on there, right?
Yeah, it's a joke. Huh?
Great man, funny guy. Yeah. Definitely up and coming.
I mean.
Oh yeah, MB Bants, huh?
Yeah, MB Bants. That's the one.
Yeah, he's got some like good filmers on there, man. Why is my camera gone off? How do I put this back on? Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, what did you think? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. Like he does the short ones.
You could get on some comedy videos as well, but you're gonna need to like scratch up with your comedy, and that your comedy's dry and deadish.
Oh.
As anything.
Oh.
Not even funny at all.
No, don't leave me. Don't leave me.
See how he freezes. Just froze, touching his heart like, oh, my ego. Oh. Oh yeah, so we did some poetry as well, but I might as well do the podcast myself as his screens froze. Oh no, look, he's faking, he's moved to it.
Wow.
He's trying to play me like that.
Willie Naga. Willie.
I'm gonna start one man show, bro. We're done. Mindscreed is over, people. Sorry, this is what I'm working with. Okay?
Yeah.
Every day.
Forget you. Go back to your drinking with tea podcast. I don't need you on this podcast anymore.
I get treated much better over there, man. The show respect that I deserve. Right?
How come you haven't uploaded in ages?
I don't have the motivation just yet. I'm putting it off uploading. like I said, I'd talk about meditation on the last one, but that was like during a time when I'm like not meditating as much. Like I've just started meditating recently, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this is how you meditate, and I also want to be like, oh, this is what it's done for me. But I could talk about what it's done for me in the past.
Exactly.
But yeah, I could do that as well. But I don't know, I thought it would be better if I could talk about it and what it's doing for me now as well. I mean, I could talk about it as well, like right now. I mean, like I explained before, that it is helping me
Excuse me.
coping with this situation as well. So I just need to give myself a deadline or something.
The situation.
Yeah.
like that guy from Jersey Shore, or something like that. Is that his name?
Oh, I don't watch trash TV.
I'm trying to say I watch trash TV. This is from years ago. You crazy sinner.
Right.
You don't watch trash
Last
TV.
night.
Listen to this guy. He come up to me like time ago asking if I
Boy.
watched the Kim Kardashians and shit. And he's asking me, and he say don't watch trash TV.
Fake news.
Oh,
Fake news.